BSP Bohol Council Chairman Congressman Edgar M. Chato, Council Board Members, Council Scout Executive Mr. Hermes Angoy, Council Officials, Area Officials, District Commissioners and District Officials, School Commissioners and School Officials, Scout Leaders, Scouts, and Contestants. Good morning. It is an honor and privilege to join you as we conduct the 2022 Raffle Draw and second Virtual Council Talent Quest. This activity reminds me of the parable of the talents. The parable of the talents is one of the stories Jesus told to teach a moral lesson. Although the word talents in the story refers literally to money, we can obviously extend the meaning to other areas. Hence, allow me to read the parable of the talents. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted his property to them. To one he gave 5 talents of money, to another 2 talents, and to another 1 talent, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received the 5 talents went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 more. So also the one with the 2 talents gained 2 more. But the man who had received the 1 talent went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received the 5 talents brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 talents. See, I have gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with the 2 talents also came. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 2 talents. See, I have gained 2 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. Then the man who had received the 1 talent came. Master, he said, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your talent in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. His master replied, you wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown and gather where I have not scattered seed? Well then, you should have put my money on deposit with the bankers, so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest. Take the talent from him and give it to the one who has the 10 talents. For everyone who has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken from him. and throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. My dear contestants, you are all given a different starting position. Some of you are born into abundance of 5 talents. Others are born into scarcity with 1 talent. But what matters is not what we're given, it is what you do with it that matters. The parable also gives us a good lesson on how to deal with other human beings. Deal with one and other people based on their starting positions and evaluate yourself by your own starting position. If you happen to be one of those who receives 5 talents, don't pat yourself on the back that you are already above average. If you have abundant talents, you should expect even more from yourself. Similarly, there are there may be times in your life where you only have 1 talent and do the best you can with it. Likewise, if you undertake some action to create increase only for yourself, there is very little energy to it, and it does not usually increase your happiness. But if you focus on creating increase for others, such as by helping others grow, then you feel great joy in doing, and it ultimately creates increase for you too. Happiness is a quality that you inject into what you are doing, not something you derive from it. When you work only for yourself, you are looking for happiness outside yourself. But when you work for others' benefit and turn off what's in it for me, what's in it for me mindset, you tap into the deep well of happiness that are already inside you. Happiness is something you exhale, not something you inhale. As implied in the parable of the talents, creating abundance requires you to move beyond fear. To live a life of abundance, you must ultimately move beyond fear and work to create abundance for others. Otherwise, you'll ultimately be cast out as worthless. In closing, congratulations to all contestants, coaches, and supporters of the Scouting movement. Great morning, everyone. Mabuhay ang Boy Scouts of the Philippines. Mabuhay ang BSP Bohol Council.